Americans don't trust politicians, they don't trust the media, they don't trust religious organizations. There's really only one group in America that most people still have deep faith in, and that's their employer. I'm going to walk you through why I don't think that's a trophy for CEOs and leaders. I think it's actually an obligation for them to do a hell of a lot more for you in the workplace. I'm Jim VandeHei. I'm CEO of Axios. I'm blessed to have run the company for many years. I write a newsletter called C-Suite that's written for CEOs. And I recently wrote a column about how in this moment they have an obligation, I'd argue a moral obligation, to step up and fill that leadership void. You have every right to expect more from the people running your companies. So I'm going to walk you through 6 things that I think any leader at any level can do. I wrote it for CEOs, but I will say anybody in a position of leadership. And leadership could be leadership of a friend group. It could be that you're a manager. It could be that you're a teacher. Anybody who has influence over other people, I think, can take any one of these and adapt it for the conversations that you have. Number 1, CEOs and leaders should level with the people that they lead. You have to have candid, transparent conversations about what's really happening inside of the workplace. People are hungry for leadership. And if you come at it and you come at it like authentically and you come at it with just trying to give them some perspective, some grounding in this moment, they'll thank you. The second thing is speak plainly about AI. As you know, this is one of my obsessions.
We've been early at Axios to using AI at every level of the company. It's getting better and better and better. Figure out how to use the technology as a force multiplier of the work that you do.
I'm not an optimist. I'm not a doomer. I'm an AI realist. And I think anybody in a position of power, of leadership, has an obligation to understand this technology and then to talk about it with people around them. Really help them understand how to use it responsibly, how to use it smartly, how to augment their intelligence, not outsource their intelligence. But it requires people in positions of power to study it, to use it, to think about it so that they can then be teachers of others. And on AI, I've never seen people hungrier for leadership, hungrier for guidance, hungrier for just, how do I make this useful for me? Number 3, model moral leadership. And obviously, we all have different definitions of what moral leadership is. But if you go back through the course of human history, I think we'd all agree that good leadership is doing the right thing in tough situations. It's showing wisdom. It's showing grace. It's showing humility. It's showing smarts. A lot of people aren't getting that on social media. A lot of people aren't getting that at home. So if you're in a position of power, you have an obligation to model that. Hell, talk about it. Again, you don't have to sermonize. You can just talk about what makes a good person good, what makes a great person great. There are attributes that almost every person agrees with that aren't political, that aren't radioactive, that aren't controversial, but that are really, really helpful to people who are hungry for that guidance. Number 4, reward competence. Don't be performative about your people. Make sure that you're very clear about what success looks like. You need to explain to people, what does competence look like? What does high performance look like? And make sure that that's applied and understood by everyone and that everyone has an opportunity to be successful. I think deep down, that's what most people want. People are not looking for handouts. They're not looking for favors. They're just looking to be treated fairly, to understand like what success looks like. And by the way, if they do good, they want to be rewarded. And I think anybody in a position of power wants to reward people who do things really well. Number 5, celebrate America with clear eyes. I have a hunch that this is actually controversial to some people. Like there's just so many people that are hangdog about the state of affairs in America. I'm sorry, that's just wrong. I think that we live in the greatest country at the greatest time. I do. And you might shut the damn video off because I just said that, but I do. I think this American experiment, 250 years and growing, is extraordinary. Flawed? Yep. Have we done bad things? Yep. But we've done a hell of a lot more good than bad. There are many things that we do together that make the world a better place. It's fine. Talk about that. Celebrate it. It might sound corny, but I think that stuff is necessary. My last point is to think bigger. Whether you're running a small business, a big business, classroom, a not-for-profit, think about how do we make our country and our community a little bit better. People yearn for that. They crave it. They respond to it. And again, you don't need to turn your business into some kind of mission, but you can do good. People want to do good, and people feel better about themselves when they're doing good with other people, especially people that they work with. I want to leave you with this one homework assignment. If you are in a position of power, any power, whether it's over one person, two people, 20 people, 20,000 people, just take time to have this conversation. Just to say, hey, listen, I want to talk about the state of affairs. I want to talk about what we're trying to do as an organization. I want to tell you what's important to me. I want to tell you what I think good moral leadership looks like. Just that conversation alone would be a breath of fresh air for people. And I also think it would be a wind of inspiration for people who are looking to do bigger, better things with their lives.